My colleague Victor Azu has been doing some measurements. He said he has measured everywhere in the country from distances and is now in the center of Nigeria. His tape rule is still in hand with the NTA mic with the logo. Victor Azu, give us the result.
Thank you very much, Fisayo. I didn't do the measurement. I am reporting live from where you may call the very heart of the country. Well, this place is the Katampe Hills. I'm right at the top of it, which has been famously described as the center of the country. Of course, when talk about surveyors who can continue to debate about the coordinates of the exact center of the country, well, this place has held that identity for quite some time. And coming here, you wouldn't have to look too far before you see the reasons why this place may just be that center of the country. When you look just behind me, you see, apart from being rewarded with the picturesque landscape that you see behind me, it's a place where you just feel like you are viewing the entire Federal Capital Territory. Of course, the Capital Territory itself is the center of unity. And so if you have the center in the very center of unity, you can't argue too much that you are really indeed seeing the center of Nigeria. The presidential villa, Aso Rock, is just opposite me. And that gives you a sense of where we are and how you just might see the whole of the Federal Capital Territory. It takes some effort to get up here. It's not a long winding, so to say, hill to climb. It is just a bit steep, but it is short. It took me, a middle-aged man, just about 5-6 minutes to get up here. This is the second time I'm coming. Today we had to drive through. The first time I came, I had to do the walking and jogging and running just to get a feel. But after all that hard work, what I was rewarded with was not just, the breathtaking view of Abuja that I have here, but the tranquility that this place offers. When you come here, I heard you talking earlier about planning for the future. This is that place where you could come sit, in solitude and think about the future and get good results out of it.
Victor, and so how do you feel at this time? I'm looking at you as if I'm on a spacecraft somehow, but how do you feel at this in terms of high altitude, in terms of your breathing? You said you walked for 6 minutes. Did you take water? And how are you feeling at the moment?
Well, I didn't take water. Like I said, today we drove through. But even when I ran through, I didn't need water because by the time I got here, it's like I liken it to a pregnant woman. When you are pregnant and in labor, it looks like one of the most difficult things on earth. But when the child comes, you just think that your reward has come. So by the time you get up here, you see the picture that you see, just the landscape, the beauty that it is. And you see the flora, the fauna. Abuja is a plant city, and you just see the modern structures, the uncompleted one, the greenery, which makes, the world go round. It makes life look good. That's the reward that you get. I didn't need water, but by the time I got here, that reward was waiting for me. And I can liken this again to the independence.
All right, many thanks. All right, go ahead.
Like I mentioned earlier, the debate could rage on. The debate could rage on about how this place became to be the center, the geographical center of Nigeria, because one would wonder, Abuja isn't quite somewhere in the center, but we leave that for the geographers, we leave that for the surveyors to debate. But this place, like I said, has held that record. And different parts of the country, whether you are from the southwest, you are from the southeast, you are from the north, you are from the south-south, it looks like a convergence point, because here, like I said, you could liken it to the unity in diversity that Nigeria is. And on Independence Day like this, you just want to say that Nigeria is a work in progress. Just like you look behind me and you see completed structures in their beauty, modern structures, you see uncompleted ones, you see those that are ongoing, you see the virgin lands, you see the flora, you see the fauna. But it is also work in progress for Nigeria. We've achieved a lot over the years. There is more to achieve, and there is work going on at the moment. But this place gives you a sense, like you asked me earlier, how do I feel being here? When you are at the top of the Katampe hill, well, you feel on top of the world because that's where you are. Every other thing seems beneath you. You just overlook everything. You could virtually see the country because in distant places you may not be able to identify structures for what they are. You just see the landscape and it looks beautiful. But this looks like a place that can unite the entire country, whether you are in the north, you are in the south, you are in the east, or you are in the west.
Victor Azu, since you are on top of the Katampe hill and even looking down on NTA and it looks beneath you, come back home and collect your letter. Anyway, thank you so much, Victor, for your efforts. We appreciate